I don't even usually do these videos like this. No, I mean, this used to be the way I did it all the time. We'd be in the car, I'm riding, it's sloppy. You probably can hear my AC in the background, but I just got to give y'all one of these one time because I was moved to go ahead and speak on this topic. And plus, I'm pressed for time. I'm trying to rush to the office. I ain't got a lot of time anyway. Figured I'd get this message off of my heart while it was here versus I mess around, get you off, and start doing my to-do list and forget, what I was going to say. Let me see if I can wipe this camera off real quick. I can see it blurry. Hold up. Alright, hopefully that helped a little bit with my greasy face. Alright, here we go. I want to talk about you'll figure it out because what people don't realize is like a lot of we get this misconception about people who are successful, and we think that they got something that we don't have, whether it's connections, whether it's some information or whatever. I don't know what you think other people have that you don't have. You think they were born into money or whatever the case may be, right? I'll tell you a quick story about my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Jay. When I lived in Portsmouth last year, we moved back to Portsmouth for about Portsmouth, Virginia. For those who don't know, new to my channel, we moved back to my hometown for about maybe 6 months, 7 months, and then we ended up moving right back down to Florida because I just didn't want to be there. I felt like it was limited in my growth to be back in that city. But when I was there, we went to a little family function, had fun, we drinking, smoking, everybody chilling, right? And when I was there, he said something to me that stood out to me because we were trying to figure out, basically we were just talking about success, and he was talking to me. He was wanting to give me my flowers while he had me, right? And he was telling me that how I always been different, how I always been special, how I was just born a genius, right? And I'm thinking to myself, how? You know what I mean? Like, how was I born a genius? I ain't know none of this stuff. I'm trying to convince, no, when it comes to me, it's just hustle, pure T hustle. I refuse to lose, right? And so what he gave me an example. He was like, think about this. When we used to record as kids, like I figured out how to record on these little cassette tapes, right? Because we used to sing and stuff. I don't know if we was rapping yet or not, but I know we used to sing. Couldn't sing a lick, but we thought we could sing anyway. But we used to have our little singing group, me, him, and my brother, right? And so he always gave me the credit. He was saying how somehow I figured out how to get the little cassette tape out of the little Just For Me boxes. The girls used to get the Just For Me perms and stuff, right? And it came with, well, I figured out how to put tape over it so we can cover those two holes at the top, and then you can record over any cassette tape, right? And so he was saying how that's the proof of how I've always been different. He's like, what, did the ancestors come down and tell you what to do or what? Like, how did you know to do that, right? At that age, at that. Computers, I was always the one who knew how to figure out the computers and all of that, right? But anyway, one thing I realized though, even y'all, they had specific cassette tapes that you could record over, right? They was made for recording. Well, all I did was I analyzed. I compared the ones that was meant for you to record over and put it side by side with the ones that you weren't supposed to record over. And I looked at them and I just, flipped the cassettes all around. I'm looking at them trying to figure out what the difference is. And I noticed it was those two holes at the top. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I just cover those holes, put some tissue on them or something, maybe I can record. And it worked, okay? So this is what I'm trying to tell you. If you want it bad enough, you will figure it out, whatever it is, whether it's you trying to figure out your financial situation, whether it's you trying to figure out how to start a business, whether it's you trying to figure out how to grow a business, you're going to figure out how to do it if you want it bad enough. And if you don't, that just means you probably didn't want it bad enough, y'all. My boy DJ, shout out DJ, down here in Tallahassee, Florida. Me and him, we text all the time, whatever. We trade business tips. He come by my house, and I mean, we chill a lot. And he's over there building a nice lawn care company over there. And he also has multiple properties that he buys, right? So whenever he buys a property, he'll send me, send me a picture of the property or whatever, and just, we be bigging each other up, right? And so recently he sent me some properties he bought this year, and then it hit me. I'm like, you know what? This dude still making deals, and this year, it's supposed to be a bubble, right? The market is too high right now. Don't buy, don't buy, don't buy. So my whole strategy from the start of the year was simply stack. Don't buy no property this year. Stack only. And then it hit me. I'm like, damn, this man on his fifth property ain't got but two. And he ain't waiting. And I know it's times why I probably got a lot more liquid cash than he does, but he's figuring it out. You know what I mean? Then we both, and I mean, and it's a fact that I do gross more in my company than he grosses in his company. So how he finding deals, but I can't seem to find deals. So then I said, nah, it's because he over there, and because he ain't in actually in Tallahassee. He's in, I forgot the name of the city that he's in, but it's like a little more rural area. You know what I mean? A little country a bit. So things are cheaper there. And so I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to put that as an excuse. I'm like, yeah, it's probably because he in that area. But then I got real with myself and said, nah, it ain't got nothing to do with that, AJ. It's because he's seeking it and you ain't. So here's another example of if you want to do it, you'll figure it out. So immediately after I came to that conclusion with myself, guess what I did? I went out and started looking for deals again. And I like to buy my deals in Portsmouth, Virginia, because I want to always get back to my home city, even if I'm not there, right? So I know that if I own property there, I'll be paying personal property taxes there, will contribute to the school, right? Then also, if I own property there, I can dictate how much the rent prices are, because I don't want to try to prevent the rents from sky high too high there, right? Because that ain't one of the best income producing cities in the world at all, right? All right, so, but my point is, the moment that I said, you know what? No, he just figuring it out. I need to go figure it out. I went on goddamn Trulia, found me a deal that had owner financing in place, so I didn't even have to go get my own financing. It what else? It was a tenant already in there, signed for a whole nother year. They just renewed the lease, and all I got to do is come in, bringing in that 20,000. The 20% down, which was about 20,000, somewhere around there. But anyway, because I always try to get my properties in the low range of the $100,000 range anyway. But and needless to say, I found that deal. Then I also found another deal right beside my brother's house that I'm trying to work on the financing to get that one too. So I'm under contract for one, and I'm working on getting the finance for another one. I'm probably gonna be under contract for that one soon. So here's my point, y'all. If you want it, you're gonna figure it out, man. Stop making excuses. Stop trying to think that you need to know somebody to know somebody, or think you need to link up with these people, or that person got advantage because they got money. You know what I mean? But it's like, did they always have money? And even if they did, who cares? Figure out what your advantage is. Figure out what they're doing, and stop trying to act like you were some type of slighted advantage, disadvantage or something, right? You know what I mean? And just go figure it out. If you wanted that bad, you're going to figure it out. I do not come from money, y'all. I did not always have money. I figure it out. You need to go figure it out. That's my message for y'all today, man. I'm AJ Simmons, and if you think about starting your cleaning company, go to cleanbiznetwork.com. I make it less hard for you to figure it out because I figured it out for you, right? So all you got to do is go up there, get your cleaning business starter kit, and get started today. That's what I got for y'all, man. Hit that like button. Make sure y'all leave a comment below, and I'm out of here.